Gabriela Rico Jiménez's 2009 outburst wasn't just crazy talk. When she screamed, "They ate humans," outside that Monterrey hotel, it was a symbolic cry against being consumed, physically, sexually, or emotionally, by a world that preys on the vulnerable. In psychoanalytic terms, cannibalism here is the ultimate image of exploitation, rooted in the primal fear of being devoured to satisfy another's needs. Her deeper plea was to return to an empowered child culture with incorruptible, robotic parents. Protectors who could never be driven by hunger, lust, or cruelty. Whether the threat she felt was real or imagined, her video was a call for help from someone desperate for safety in a dangerous, uncaring environment. Here's a compact psychoanalytic profile of Gabriela Rico Jiménez's 2009 outburst built around your framework that the root of all evil is the need for food and her yearning for an empowered child culture with robotic parents. Central symptom: publicly screaming, "They ate humans" outside a Monterrey hotel, distressed, with torn clothing and making references to elites, royalty, and global figures. Her tone was urgent, pleading, and chaotic, with signs of fear, anger, and desperation. Primary symbol: cannibalism. On the literal layer, she accused others of human consumption, tapping into primal taboos. On the symbolic layer, it represents the ultimate form of being used up, consumed, and destroyed by others for survival. Rooted in the earliest human fear: being devoured. In your theoretical frame, the root of all evil is the need for food, dramatized here as the predation of the innocent by the powerful. Underlying unconscious conflict: a desire to return to an idealized, celibate, empowered child culture. A psychic state free from both sexual exploitation and the survival pressures of hunger. The robotic parents she unconsciously calls for symbolize incorruptible, consistent caregivers, immune to the biological drives, food, sex, that lead to exploitation. Her accusations may also encode fears of sexual encroachment at the hotel, blending with the cannibalism imagery through displacement. In psychoanalysis, oral aggression and sexual violation share deep symbolic links. Defense mechanisms in play: projection, locating evil, hunger, sexual predation entirely in external figures, elites, royalty, to avoid unbearable self-vulnerability. Regression, psychologically returning to a childlike state, crying out for parental rescue. Splitting, dividing the world into absolute good, her empowered child culture, and absolute evil, predatory elites. Interpretation of the outburst: it functioned as a call for help, a desperate public attempt to signal danger and request rescue from predatory forces, whether real or perceived. It expressed the emotional truth of her situation. Profound fear of being consumed, physically, sexually, or existentially, without protection. It represents a psychic revolt against a world where survival needs, food, safety, are controlled by those she saw as predators.